Mick Fleming from Bristol, Jane Hamilton from Linwood in Renfrewshire, Patricia Mercer from Wigan in Lancashire, Ged Askins from Linthorpe in Cleveland, Jim Robinson from Ossett in West Yorkshire, Pauline Wyatt from Redhill in Surrey, Inga Latner from Finsbury Park in London, Michael Browning from Oswaldtwistle in Lancashire, Clifford Brown from Claro in Powys, David Prescott from Coventry, Rita Roach from Selbridge in County Kildare, Richard Berry from Romsey in Hampshire, Ron Oldfield from Huncote in Leicestershire, Suresh Jagannathan from East Barnet in Hertfordshire, and John Noyes from Norwich are all here to play 15 to 1, introduced by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello. No previous winner with us today, and in case you're wondering why, our autumn series is always 60 programmes, which provides 59 winners, whereas our spring series is always 65 programmes. So there you are. There's the finals board. Those two names at the bottom, Martin Riley and John McAdams, are both previous winners and both appeared in the grand final last time. For today, it's Martin Riley's score of 131, which is the target. Let's make a start. 2 questions each in the first round, 1 correct answer from you to survive, and we start with Mick Fleming from Bristol. Mick, Burnage, Stretford and Wythenshawe are suburbs in which British city?
Manchester.
Jane, please, which country's warships arrested the Spanish trawler Estay in March in a dispute over halibut catches in the North Atlantic?
Canada.
Patricia, the Bible. One was a tiller of the soil, the other a shepherd. They are the first brothers named in the Old Testament. What are their names?
Hello.
Cain and Abel.
Oh, my God.
Gerard, please, the name of the capital of Tasmania.
Hobart.
Jim, in international law, what name is given to all the area of sea not under the sovereignty of states with a seaboard?
The high seas.
Pauline, in which major annual event are the Surrey Station and the Middlesex Station important?
University boat race.
Inga, please, what is the name of the West Indian religion based on the teachings of Marcus Garvey?
Rastafarianism.
It is. Michael, please, in which British city are the Hunterian Museum and Art Gallery, Strathclyde University and the Anderston bus and train stations?
Glasgow.
Clifford, please, the British film industry. The name collectively given to a group of satirical comedy films produced in the late 1940s and early 50s at studios in West London.
Carry on.
Ealing Comedies. David, please, which well-known proverb means that a family connection will outweigh other relationships?
Blood is thicker than water.
Breda, according to legend, which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was built by King Nebuchadnezzar for one of his wives?
The pyramids.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Richard, trades unions. The interests of workers in which industry are looked after by the trade union UCAT, U-C-A-T-T?
Technology.
Building and construction. Ron, please, Charles Dickens. Which Dickens novel, set in fictional Coketown, based on Preston, was condemned at the time by Thomas Macaulay for its, quote, sullen socialism?
No idea.
Hard Times. Suresh, what Latin phrase abbreviated to E.G. means for example? Exempli gratia. John, please. London. Which bridge over the River Thames is nearest to the open sea?
Tower Bridge.
Pardon?
Tower Bridge.
No, it's the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge, sometimes called Dartford Bridge. Mick, your second question. The traditional Monte Carlo roulette wheel has how many pockets for the ball to slip into?
37.
Yes, 1 to 36 and 0. Which professional sport, Jane, was played by the English playwright David Storey?
Cricket.
Rugby league. He wrote that famous book, Sporting Life. Patricia, which Italian region occupies the toe of Italy?
Sorry.
Calabria. Gerard, please. In the Christian religion, what name is given to the pronouncement of remission of sins to a penitent?
Confession.
Absolution. Jim, in which Lancashire town are the headquarters of the Football League?
Lytham St Anne's.
Pauline, mythology. Which fabulous creature that breathed fire had the front and head of a lion, the middle body of a goat and the hind quarters of a dragon?
Minotaur.
The Chimera. Inga, which Gilbert and Sullivan opera was based partly on Tennyson's fantasy The Princess?
Ireland.
Princess Ida. Michael, Shakespeare. Which fat and jolly knight was a regular customer at the Boar's Head Inn at Cheapside in Shakespeare's Henry IV, Parts 1 and Part 2?
No idea.
Falstaff. Clifford, in Greek mythology, what name is given to the personification of the spirit of vengeance?
Don't know.
Nemesis. David, the Press, the Sunday Sun and the Sunday Mercury are provincial Sunday newspapers in major cities. Either of the cities in which they are published, please.
Manchester.
The Sunday Sun in Newcastle, the Sunday Mercury in Birmingham. Breeder, measurement. In printing measurements, 12 points make one what?
Green.
Piker. Richard, please. Musicals. Sunrise, Sunset, Miracle of Miracles and Matchmaker, Matchmaker. Songs from which musical?
Sunset Boulevard.
Fiddler on the Roof. Ron, what are the Storting, the Folketing and the Althing in Norway, Denmark and Iceland, respectively?
Governments.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's the national parliaments, but yeah, OK, yeah. Suresh, formerly director of programmes at Channel 4, she is now managing director, network radio at the BBC. Much in the news recently. Her name, please.
Janet Street Porter.
Liz Forgan. John, what would your star sign be if you were born on Valentine's Day?
Pisces.
Aquarius. Six down, 9 to go. Laura, please.
And they are Patricia Mercer, Clifford Brown, Breda Roach, Richard Berry, Suresh Jagannathan and John Noyes. And of the remaining 9 contestants, 2 still have their 3 lives intact.
Question number 1 for you, Mick. A correct answer and we can start nominating. Politics. Alistair Darling, Gavin Strang and Malcolm Rifkind are members of Parliament who represent constituencies in which city?
Edinburgh.
Worked it out, did you?
Yes.
A number, please.
Number 5.
Jim, which European city is served by Europe's second busiest airport after Heathrow?
London.
Frankfurt. Again, please, Mick.
Number 4.
Medicine, please, Gerard. Paratitis is the technical name for which common disease characterised by swelling of the parotid gland?
Mumps.
A number, please.
Number 13.
You've got Charles Dickens again, Ron. Sorry. Which Dickens novel opened some 5 years before the Gordon riots in 1780 at the Maypole Inn, where the circumstance of the murder of Reuben Haredale and the missing gardener and steward are related?
Nope.
Barnaby Rudge. Again, please, Gerard.
Number 10.
David, of the 9 prime ministers who have served the present Queen, 2 have never won a general election as leader of their party. Either of the 2, please.
Jim Callaghan.
Yes, and the other being Alec Douglas Hume. A number, please, David.
Number 1.
Wine, please, Mick. The name, please, of the leading wine region in Spain.
Castile. Jerez.
Rioja. Again, please, David.
Number 4, please.
Proverbs and Shakespeare, Gerard. Discretion is the better part of valour. Or, as Shakespeare wrote it, the better part of valour is discretion. In which play?
Twelfth Night.
Henry IV. Again, please, David.
Number 5.
Jim, this is mythology, Greek mythology. The name, please, of the creature, half man and half bull, who lived in the labyrinth and was killed by Theseus.
The Minotaur.
Pauline told you that earlier. A number, please.
13.
Botany, please, Ron. Xerophytes, spelt Xerophytes, xerophytes, are plants that grow in what sort of conditions?
Marshy, boggy, but
Desert or dry conditions. Again, please.
6.
Printing, please, Pauline. Recto is the name given to the right hand and odd-numbered pages of a book. What name is given to the left hand and even-numbered pages?
Obverse.
Verso. Again, please, Jim.
7.
Legend, please, Inga. In the folklore of which country is Baba Yaga, B-A-B-A-Y-A-G-A, Baba Yaga, the cannibalistic ogress who flies through the air in an iron cauldron?
Europe. Europe.
Russia. Again, please, Jim.
10.
David, history. Henry VIII's sister married James IV of Scotland. What was her name?
Helen.
Margaret. Again, please, Jim.
8.
Michael, what name was given in medieval legend to the cup that Christ used at the Last Supper?
The Holy Grail.
A number, please.
Number 2, please.
Jane, America. Abraham Lincoln's home in Springfield, Rock Island, which gave its name to a famous railroad, and the city of Chicago. Which state are they all in?
Illinois.
A number, please, Jane.
8. Yes.
This is mythology. The 3 Gorgons, Stheno, Euryale were 2. Who was the third?
Medusa.
A number, please.
2, please.
Jane, precious stones. Which country is the largest supplier of opals in the world?
South Africa.
Australia. Again, please, Michael.
Number 5, please.
Classic radio, Jim. Who provided the voices for Henry Crun, Bloodknock and Blue Bottle in The Goon Show?
Spike Milligan.
The other one, Peter Sellers. Again, please.
Number 6, please.
Pauline, why were 3 gentlemen called Claude Duval, John Nevison and Jerry Abershaw famous or infamous in this country in the 17th and 18th centuries? They were famous highwaymen. Again, please, Michael.
Number 7, please.
Inga, this Far East country is now called Myanmar and its capital is called Yangon. What were they formerly called?
Burma and Rangoon.
Yes, indeed they were, Inga. And when you've caught your breath back.
Number 10.
David, this year, 1995, is the 100th anniversary of the birth of the Norwegian lady Kirsten Flagstad. In which field was she a famous name?
Nursing.
Opera. Again, please, Inga.
Number 8, please.
Michael, mathematics. What is the reciprocal of 4?
2.
1/4. Again, please, Inga.
Number 1, please.
Human anatomy. Mick, what in the human body consists of pulp, enamel, cementum and dentin?
Teeth.
Number, please.
Number 8, please.
Poetry, Michael. In which 16th century work by Spenser is Queen Mercilla an allegory of Elizabeth I?
No idea.
The Fairy Queen. Again, please, Mick.
Number 7, please.
Inga, Mashushu II. Mashushu II is the king of which South African country?
Botswana.
Lesotho. And again, please, Mick.
Number 5, please.
Jim, which rank in the British Army wears a single crown on each epaulet?
Major.
A number, please.
Number 2.
Jane, the literal meaning, please, of the romantic Latin phrase amor vincit omnia. Love conquers all. It is 12 down, 3 to go, and after the break, Mick Fleming from Bristol, Ged Askins from Linthorpe in Cleveland, and Jim Robinson from Ossett in West Yorkshire will be here for the final. They would very much like you 3 or 4 million people out there giving them your support.
Surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Mick Fleming, who is currently unemployed and who comes from Bristol. He has 5 sons, ranging in age from 6 to 25, and his hobbies include cooking, reading and watching sport, especially rugby union. He also enjoys music and admits being a country and western songwriter. Ged Askins, who is self-employed and who comes from Linthorpe in Cleveland. He works as a quiz compiler for pubs and clubs and has recently written a quiz book which he hopes to have published. He is a keen Middlesbrough supporter and enjoys swimming and playing snooker, and a few weeks ago he passed his driving test. And Jim Robinson, a retired bank official from Ossett in West Yorkshire. He is now a part-time lecturer in business studies at a college of further education and is also actively involved with his local church. He is a regular blood donor and used to be a keen sportsman, but now channels his energies into looking after his 3 grandchildren.
Thank you. Welcome back, Mick, Gerard, Jim. Fingers on the buzzers and we'll make a start. First to buzz gets a chance to answer. First of you with 3 correct answers opens the game up, and after that it's question or nominate. Here's a look at the finals board. A winning score above 131 would give one of you a place on it. Here we go. Finance. What term is given to a legally binding contract which is a right but not an obligation to deliver or take delivery of? Jim?
An option.
It is. You saved me reading half the card. Familiar at supermarket checkouts, by what familiar name is a universal product code or UP... Mick?
Barcode.
Geography. Which mountain system of Mexico has a name which means mother range? Mick?
Sierra Madre.
The Bible, Genesis chapter 1. Numerically, on which day did God create man? Jim?
6.
Yes, on the 7th day he took a rest. What's the political connection here? Epping, 1940 to 45. Limehouse in Stepney, 45 to 51. Woodford, 51 to 55. Jim?
Winston Churchill.
No, I was going on with Warwick and Leamington, Bromley, King Ross and West Perthshire, etc. They are the constituencies of the Prime Ministers during the time they held office. Currency. In Denmark, 100 ore equal 1 what? Mick?
Krona.
3 correct answers. The choice is yours. Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Gerard.
Music. How many notes are there in a pentatonic scale?
5.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mick.
Mick, locks of hair belonging to 2 famous 19th century rivals were auctioned at Phillips in March of this year. Who were those 2 famous rivals? Napoleon and Wellington. Napoleon's lock of hair went for 3,680. Poor old Wellington, 598. Again, please, Gerard.
Nominate Jim.
Jim, current affairs. Which former Conservative Party treasurer said in an interview in March of this year that a spell in opposition would be good for the Conservative Party?
No, I don't know.
Lord McAlpine. Again, please, Gerard.
Mick.
Mick, please. What is missing from this flag of Canada?
The red maple leaf on the white part.
Yes, it should look like that. Question or nominate?
I'll nominate Gerard.
Gerard, the history of the Oscars. Only one family can boast 3 generations of Oscar winners. The father, Best Supporting Actor in 1948, his son, Best Director and Best Screenplay for the same film, and the director's daughter, Best Supporting Actress in 1985. The family name?
Fonda.
Houston. Walter, the father, John, his son, the director, and Angelica, John's daughter. Question or nominate?
Gerard again.
Gerard. Which European capital city is served by Barajas International Airport? B-A-R-A-J-A-S.
Madrid.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mick.
Mick, a French philosopher, dramatist and novelist. He studied at the Sorbonne with Simone de Beauvoir and taught philosophy at Le Havre in Paris. In 1964, he declined to accept the Nobel Prize for Literature. Who?
Jean-Paul Sartre.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Gerard.
Gerard, which area of education or business is known by the abbreviation IT?
Information technology.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mick.
Mick, music. The ballet, The Creatures of Prometheus, the Piano Sonata No. 14, The Moonlight, and the Pastoral Symphony. The composer, please.
Beethoven.
Question or nominate?
Gerard, please.
Gerard, which expression used in nuclear physics and chemistry has come to mean any series of rapidly occurring events which precipitate each other?
Velocity.
Chain reaction. Mick, please.
Jim, please.
Nursery rhymes, Jim. Who in a nursery rhyme came down too soon and asked his way to Norwich?
The Man in the Moon.
Question or nominate?
Gerard.
Sport. Who in 1965 became the first British footballer to be knighted?
Stanley Matthews.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mick.
Mick, literature. Her first novel, Adam Bede, was published in 1859. Her last, Daniel Deronda, in 1876. Her name, please.
George Eliot.
Question or nominate?
Gerard, please.
Classic television comedy. Which 1960s comedy series was set in the dressmaker's workshop of Fenner Fashions?
The rag trade.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mick.
Mick. Morse code. Look at this. In international Morse code, which punctuation mark is represented by the sequence ... .. ...
Semicolon.
A question mark. Again, please, Gerard.
Nominate Jim.
Films, Jim. Flora Robson, Betty Davis, Glenda Jackson and Quentin Crisp have all played which English monarch on the screen?
Queen Elizabeth I.
Yes, he did so in Orlando, which I think was Virginia Woolf's novel.
Mick.
Mick. Created in 1975 as a result of the Sex Discrimination Act, what is the EOC?
Equal Opportunities Council.
I'll take
Commission,
it. It's commission, but I'll take it. Equal Opportunities Commission.
I'll nominate Gerard, please.
Gerard. Agatha Christie's Miss Marple. What is her first name?
Jane. Nominate Jim.
Jim, please. The Olympics and athletics, the decathlon. Over how many days are the 10 events of the decathlon held?
2.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Mick.
Shakespeare. Whose entrance in a Shakespeare play is announced to the 3 weird sisters on the heath by a drum?
Macbeth.
Question or nominate?
Jim, please.
Jim, please. What general name is used to refer to the series of conflicts between England and France which took place between 1337 and 1453?
100 Years' War.
Yes, in fact 116 years, but there you are. Question or nominate?
Gerard.
Gerard, exploration. Which famous first was achieved on the 29th of May 1953?
First solo sailing around the world.
Hillary and Tenzing climbed Everest. Jim, please. Question or nominate?
Mick.
Mick, medicine. If a compound or medicine is said to be analgesic, what effect does it have?
Relieves pain.
Question or nominate?
I'll nominate, please.
St Matthew's Gospel, chapter 6. You cannot serve God and...
Mammon.
Question or nominate?
Nominate.
Mathematics, Mick. What name is given to the answer to a multiplication sum?
The product.
Question or nominate?
Nominate, please.
Medicine again, Jim. Mogigraphia, M-O-G-I, graphia, mogigraphia, is a form of cramp associated with what activity?
Swimming.
Writing, it's writer's cramp. There's a little way to go, Mick. 112, 1 life left, 8 questions. Let's see how far that 1 life can take you. Classic television comedy. Which American series featured the employees of the Sunshine Cab Company?
Taxi.
Which famous and colourful fighting force was established by King Louis Philippe in the 19th century, primarily to control France's colonial interests in Africa?
The French Foreign Legion.
Baseball. What is the name of the person who delivers the ball to the batter?
The pitcher.
The Bible, the first and second epistles to the Corinthians. Who wrote them?
Paul.
Snooker. What is the maximum number of points a player can be penalised for a single foul stroke?
7.
Genealogy is the study of what?
Your ancestry, family tree.
Yes, family origins and the history of them. This is the Gospel, according to St Luke. How many men were present at the Last Supper?
13.
What is the highest rank in the British Army?
Field Marshal.
What can I say? 192 points, 10 for that, 202. Position number 4 on the finals board. I'll see you in the grand final. David. I think he's terrified at the thought of it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 4:30 Channel 4. See you then.